Welcome back to another episode of the Black and Road Post. My name is Will, your home for DC United news and content. Apologies for the format of this video. Life got in the way and didn't have time to go through my edit process and putting my notes together to compile a quality video like I normally do for you all. But we got to get something out there. It's Saturday morning. The sun is bright. The weather's beautiful here in the DMV. There's water puddles everywhere if you're walking your dog like I am. So that's always a challenge after weather like that. But let's get to it. DC United is coming off a 2-1 victory. It was pretty chaotic and entertaining, like all 4 games have been for us DC United fans, which has been a blessing. We're not getting blown out. We're competing the full 90 minutes. Are we sloppy and don't know what we're doing offensively? Are we getting some calls that are working in our favor? Yes, but who gives a damn? We are competing. We're making teams struggle to score goals on us. We're making teams rethink how they should attack us. Because defensively, shout out to Maddie Peltola, it has been a challenge for teams against us. All right. I'm sorry. I'm just excited for Maddie Peltola. The recognition he is finally getting, the love he deserves, because this man has been a standout key enforcer for our club this season. And under Renee's system, he is just blossoming. Luis Montanu, not sure on any injury updates for him. Maybe something has occurred or something has been published at the time you're watching this video. But we got to rely on Ty Baribo, who has 3 goals in his first 4 games this season, which has been great. Philly obviously misses him. They've only, I think, scored 2 goals in their first 4 games. But it's an interesting matchup versus Atlanta, who is coming off a 3-1 victory versus that same struggling Atlanta. I'm sorry. Coming off a 3-1 victory at home. Their first win of the season versus a struggling Atlanta versus a struggling Philadelphia Union. Sorry. It's kind of difficult when you don't have really notes to reference when you're doing these videos. But yeah, it should be interesting. I think what gives DC United confidence and what kind of scares us a little bit is Atlanta finally got their first win. They scored 3 goals. This gives them confidence, especially that attack who had so much expectations going into the season with Miguel Almiron and Latte La, the player they signed an expensive transfer for, not last season, but maybe the window before that. They're finally clicking. Although, be it's one game. One game is usually all it takes sometimes. But I think what gives us confidence is the fact that we already played an offensive juggernaut this season in Inter Miami, where we're losing 2-0, fought back, scored a goal, but didn't allow them to score any more goals. And that has been the recipe, the trend for this season for DC United and our fans, that we've been competitive all 90 minutes. When you play DC United, it's no longer we're going to score 4 or 5 goals on you. That is not the case so far. It has been grinded out. The game is not over until the whistle is blown. And I think for us, if we're being honest, we have been an underdog every single game this season. And for us, I believe that we're not a team that's going to score 3 goals and we're going to win. We're a team that's either going to be 2-1 victories or 1-0 victories, just because we don't have the offensive output to put those type of performances together. Now with injuries to Luis. And Ty Baribo. He is scoring goals early in the season, and hopefully it's consistent throughout the season. I know the knock on him was that he couldn't be consistent. He started off hot last season, and then the last 15 games, he scored maybe 3 goals. We need to get other players to step up. If that's Caden Clark, Gabriel Pirani, Jackson Hopkins needs a bounce-back game because that was pretty bad performance he had last week. And, he's lucky that the team still found a way to win. And I think that's the difference with this club, that we would have folded if we gave up the first goal in the 80th minute last season. We'd have put our heads down. It's over. But we fought back, scored 2 goals. Yes, we got a very fortunate handball call towards the end of the game, but we still did everything we needed to do to get us to that point of the game where we were competitive for all 90 minutes. I think ideally for DC United, for this game to Ideally, it's going to be a game that for United, if I were to give a prediction, a tie. I think a tie would be best case scenario for us. It's Atlanta. It's a tough place to play. Doubt it's going to be a sellout because, you know, it's DC United. Not many Atlanta fans are excited to see us come to town. We're not an exciting team. And then secondly, they're coming off their first win versus Atlanta. So they have, versus Philly. So they have momentum on their side. They have confidence. I think if we come out of this game with a point, I'm satisfied. Of course, I would love to win. If it's a DC United win, it's going to be maybe something like a 2-1 victory or a 1-0 victory. But yeah, let me know what you all think. And apologies for this video. Just try to get something out there for you all. This is Will with the Black and Royal Post. Keeping you posted.